Coach Williams, the last couple of years, kind of down years by McDonald standards, and it seems like the last couple of years you've either had to replace a lot of linemen or a lot of your skill players. And this year it looks like you have a little bit of both coming back. So what are your thoughts on your team coming into this year?
Yeah, of course, 2 years ago we were 5-5, last year 6-4, and we had small senior classes both of those years. We graduated 4 seniors a year ago, so and all 4 were skilled kids. So we're fortunate enough this year to have a lot of our linemen back, our whole offensive line returns, including our tight end, our whole defensive line returns, which is a very important part of the game, of course. We do have some skilled kids back as well because we returned 10 on O and 9 on D, so definitely we're going to have a little bit of both back. And our whole backfield are all still underclassmen. We have no seniors back there playing, so that's a benefit, especially for the future. But yeah, our kids are just more excited about improving on last year's record. No one's happy around here being 6-4. We want to be back in the league title hunt. We want to get back to the playoffs, and that's the important things on our list this year.
Conley was playing some last year. Does he look to be your starting quarterback this year?
Conley finished down and started the last 4 games. We ended up 4-0 with him playing there, so that's a lot of good experience for him. And I thought that he did a nice job running the team. We also have a sophomore, Ben Carquita, who's going to compete for the position. Possibly play both of them. They both have a little bit different skill sets. Ben's more of a thrower. Conley can do, Zach can do a little more with his feet running the football as well. So we'll have a nice 1-2 punch there at the quarterback spot.
And McDonald's been long known for running the wing tee. Are we going to see the same wing tee, same defense?
Especially, with 2 young quarterbacks, you're going to probably see us run the ball a little more than we normally would. In years past, we did put the ball up, 10 to 12 times. Had older quarterbacks, a little more experience. With a young backfield, and especially being young and experienced at quarterback, we'll probably rely more on the run.
And you talked about having your your lineman back. Talk about your line. The experience that you have coming back there.
Yeah, experience. We got Carson Williams who started. This will be his 3rd year starting. He's the mainstay up there, both offensively and defensively. We got another offensive tackle, Jake Foster, who started 10 games for us last year. We have Albert Yates at center. He was a starter on defense only, and then played a lot there on the offensive side towards the end of the year. Caleb Dimery will be one guard, Matt Manna, the other guard, which both of them played guard for us a year ago. And then Tommy Rabrack is our 3-year starter at tight end. So it's nice to have those guys up there that know what they're doing, been there, done that sort of thing on a Friday night. And that's real fortunate for our team.
How about on defense? I think you graduate Coburn and Mansky at the linebacker spot. Is that your concern on defense, or is there other places?
We lost Ruzanowski in the secondary. He played safety for us, and then we ended up we lost 2 linebackers, Coburn and Mansky. But our down 4 are back from a year ago. We returned Cameron Ifft, an inside backer, and then we're sort of young on the outside, so we'll have to find a couple guys to fill in there. And then we have 2 secondary guys back, Matt Morrell and Jake Record back there, so they were both starters a year ago. So there's more holes to fill defensively, which I think sometimes easier. We had some kids that were just on the cusp of getting in there and playing last year, and they were pretty good backups for us, and we'll get kids to step up and play those positions.
What are your thoughts on the league? You return some. It seems like everybody in the lower tier returns a lot of players.
Same as every year, competitive lower tier. Week in, week out, you got to come ready to play. And that was shown last year when there was teams that beat other teams that beat, everybody got a piece of somebody somewhere, it's always been that way since I've been in it, since the league originated. Everybody returns some good starters. Wellsville's got a boatload of seniors coming back. Reserve has some good kids. Lowville has some skilled kids coming back. Latonia, I can go on and on and on. It's just endless the amount of kids that are coming back in our league, and good kids. Good players, and we hope to be in the mix of things. Our kids, that's one of our goals. Our first goal is to win every game. Second goal is to win a league title. And if those 2 occur, most likely you'll see a playoff spot. But so it's competitive. We can't take anybody for granted. You got to come out every week. You got to come ready to play.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Came in last year. I think you had injury, missed a couple games. Talk about your season in 2012. Was it disappointing?
It was a little disappointing. We definitely expected better than 6-4, but we're looking to go. We'll hopefully 10-0 this year, make the playoffs, and see what we can do.
You're one of the young skill guys. How much of you've played now the last couple of years? Have you started to take on a bit of a leadership role with the team?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, but we still got an old line, so they're obviously going to take the lead role, and I'm going to try to help, at least in the skill positions.
And talk about your line. How much you depend on those big guys up front?
They win the game for us. I mean, if they play well, then we can play well. If they don't play well, we don't have a chance. So it's all on the line.
And what do you play on defense?
Linebacker.
What do you like playing better, the offense or the defense?
I like defense. Defense is a lot of fun. I like hitting.
And do you have any thoughts on the league this year? Any games you're circling that you are looking forward to?
Western Reserve. Really excited for that one. It was a close one last year. Hopefully it's a good game for us.
Do you guys look at Western Reserve as, one of the teams they say, you have to go through Western Reserve or McDonald to win the league championship? Do you guys look at that way too?
Definitely. I mean, they're pretty much the biggest game of the season. Them in Mineral Ridge.
All right. Thanks, Cameron. Carson, you're one of the team leaders out there. Talk about, what your role is on this team.
Pretty much just keep everyone together as a family and keep it together and going, and everyone's head down, ready to move. So.
Now, you guys come in this year, a lot of returning starters. Do you feel like you're ahead of last year?
Definitely ahead of last year. A lot of senior leadership, a lot of people stepping up, a lot of people want to play and get in there and hit people. So, yeah, I'd have to say so.
And talk about your skill guys. How much do you take out of? They get all the stats and all of the attention in the media.
They're real grateful of us. I think they're always thanking us, and I mean they win us the games as much as we win them the games, so we keep it equal and stay together and play the game.
Talk to Coach Williams about tradition of McDonald last couple of years, considered down years by McDonald standards. What is it like playing with the tradition of McDonald?
I mean, everyone's dad, everyone's grandpa, everyone's uncle, everyone played it. That's how it's always been. Field's been the same. Everything's the same. So, just a lot of tradition here at McDonald.
And you see fans sitting out there watching practice.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they're already out here ready to go. It's nice having that already.
How ready are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I can't wait for the season to start.
And what game might you be looking forward to? Western Reserve too? Or?
I don't have a game. I just want the season to start. I'm ready for the whole season. I'm not circling any games. I'm just ready to go.
Last year you scored a touchdown. You going to score another one this year?
I hope so. We'll see what I can do. I mean, I'm going to try.
All right, thanks.